Phase 3 video review using React on the front end and Active Record on the back end for the server side. So let's see what this app can do. On the home page, you have 5 cryptocurrencies right now. They happen to be the top 5. It has a search bar here where you can search by name. It gives you all the coins that match that name, of course. And you can reset. It goes back to all of the coins available to search from. And each coin you can add to your portfolio, like so. Bitcoin added, Binance coin also added. You can also remove them from your portfolio, and you can put in a purchase price. So say you bought Bitcoin at 50K, and it will show you your profit and loss. Binance 600, looks like you lost some, and you decided you didn't want that anymore, so you take that out. And this all updates on the back end using Active Record. Let's take a look at the code, because this is all pretty basic. And let's see what we have going here. Let's see, we'll go to the project front end, which is called client. We have all of our components here. Let's see, we got the app. We're doing the usual imports here. We're doing some use state, setting the coins, fetching the coins from the back end, and setting the coin data to the coin variable there, passing that in, or passing that down, I should say, as props to the search component. And the search component, that is where we are using that search bar, which uses handle change and handle submit. Your filtered coins, this is where it actually will search through all of the database and give you back what you asked for. Then after you filter the coins, we're mapping over all of those, passing them down to the coin component, and that's where we pick out all of the information that we would like. We go over to the coin component. We're passing all those props back in, and this is basically where we format it, like make it look nice and neat. And we're passing them down to the favorites component right here. The favorites component, that is where we have our portfolio fetch, or get call, I should say. It's also where we have our post, which is how we add it to the back end into our portfolio. We got the body with the usual information we need here. And then we have the fave button. That's what adds and removes to your portfolio. And if we go into the portfolio, we have a fetch call to the portfolio, and this is where we also have our delete fetch method. That's how we remove it from the portfolio. And then we also have the purchase component. The purchase component is pretty basic. The purchase component is where you set the profit and loss based on the price, and that's also where we have the patch method, and that's what actually will pass the price paid that you enter into your personal portfolio on the back end. We have our usual CSS file that has all of the usual information to make it look nice and neat. And then we go back to our application. We go back to our backside. This is the application controller. We have our coin routes where we can get all the coins. That's what displays them on the front end. We get the portfolio where you can check out what coins you have in your portfolio. When you post to your portfolio, that's where you're calling params on all the data that you want to throw into the back end. Currently, we just have one user ID, which is me. In the future, we're going to have it so you can actually log in based on who you are, so it's much more usable. Also, the delete function, which just grabs it by the ID, finds it by the ID, destroys it, and converts it to JSON. This is where our patch is. That's where we update the price paid in your portfolio using params. And then the user routes. The user routes aren't currently used for much right now, but they will be used in the future once we get the login component working. The login component I kind of put on the back burner to make sure I had all of my MVP done first. So that is the basic application. Basically, you can just set up a portfolio however you like. You can put in your purchase price. It shows your profit loss. And yeah, right now it's looking pretty good, but in the future, be much more to come from this. So thank you for your interest. Looking forward to my assessment. Have a good day.